Hello everyone, let's start with this problem. 294 to find words containing characters. So this is leetcode's problem and its type is easy. So they have given you are given zero indexed array of string words, okay, and a character x. They have given a string of words and character x. We'll have to return an array of indices representing the words that contain the character x. Okay, we need to find in these words of string if that words of I, let's say, contain x, so their indices we need to return in our store in our vector, and then we have to return it. So they have also given, note that the returned array may be in any order. So it is not the case like you will have to return in specific order only. You can return in any order. So I think you got pretty much what is the problem statement. So let's say consider the first example. So first word is leet. So if you see, it has e character given x is equal to e. So e in this word, in this string it is there. So we are, and this index is 0. So we are storing it as 0. And if you see in code, e is present here at the end. Okay. So its index is 1. So we are storing as 1, and then we are returning this vector. Now let's take this example, second one. Given character x is a, and if you see a is present in this, so we are storing as 0 because this is coming at the 0 index. If you see in this one, a is not there. If you see in this one, this is second index and a is present here, so we are showing it as 2. And if you see the third index or a string, so we don't have a in this, so we are just returning 0 2. And here x given is z. Okay, so if you see here abc, we don't have z, bcd we don't have z, abc we don't have z, cbc we don't have z, so we are returning empty string. So I think pretty much you got the problem statement. What we'll have to do is we'll have to take one vector of type int. Let's name it as answer, and we'll have to take n words dot size, which is basically the size of this word string. We'll have to iterate one by one with all these words. Okay, now we'll take one more loop, and before that let's take m as size of the string. Let's say this size is 4, this size is 4. So we'll have to take like this, words of I dot size. Okay, so one by one we'll be checking words of ij. Words of I means we are taking this particular string, and in that j means 0th index, first index, second index, like this we are taking. So we'll have to compare words of I j if it is equals to x. So which means this particular in iteration any particular string, it has letter x. So in that case we'll have to insert that into our answer vector. So we are inserting I, which is basically the index of that string, and we'll have to break it out. So once we find that, we don't have to go and check the other string characters. Once we find that character, so it is pretty good, we can insert that, and we'll have to break it out. At the end we'll have to return answer. Let's try to run the code. Yeah, it is running. Let's try to submit the code. So yeah, it got submitted. If you analyze the time complexity of this algorithm, so time complexity is basically m star n. N is basically how many strings we have, and m is basically uh, size of each words. So yeah, and space complexity, if you see, it is O of n in max case, worst case. But since they have asked to return the answer, so this is not considered in space complexity. So extra space what we are using to solve the problem is none. So basically space complexity is of 1. So yeah, pretty much this was the problem. So thank you guys.